Mr. Sharma, point taken. We also have Navneet Manoj joining us, as well as Mr. Bhajanka from the CenturyPly group is also with us. Let me first come to you, Navneet. What's your first take on the budget? Will you call it balanced, or are you a bit disappointed with the kind of taxation changes that have happened? And even the capex is pretty much the same that we had seen in the interim budget. So no push coming in for capital expenditure as such.
So because I'm from mutual fund industry, I would say this is an SIP budget, which is sustainable growth, inclusion and prudence. Prudence because there is focus on continuing fiscal consolidation. There's a lot of focus on inclusive growth, and there's a lot of focus on sustained growth and a strong growth over a longer period of time. I think a lot of mention about partnership, public-private partnership, market mechanism. Some of these were like music to ears. I think hearing about next-gen reforms, be it related to land, labor, capital, entrepreneur development, etc., were like music to ears. And I think tremendous focus on what India has built on the digital side, and saying that digital public infrastructure, which has done wonders for financial inclusion, can also solve a lot of other challenges at population scale. I think we have been underestimating the longer-term implications of some of these things.
Quick word before I go to Keshav. Navneet, from the market standpoint, the three things which have come. One is change in the duration for long-term applicability, long-term tax, the STT. Do you think market is in the process of digesting and move it on, or you think it will sulk for some time longer? This was completely not expected.
I think, yeah, so people are still looking at the fine print. People are, I think, still calculating or computing the implications in the short, medium and long run. And we'll have to see how it impacts from an investor perspective. I think there has been a lot of noises over the last couple of months in terms of the rising interest in F&O speculation. And I think something was expected from the government and regulators to address that. But to promote the long-term investments, I think market wasn't expecting much change in the long-term capital gain tax. It has come. But as you rightly said, that I think market is still in the process of digesting that.
Long-term capital gain definitely was a bit out of syllabus. STCG also going up, LTCG going up, STT charges and F&O has been increased, though exemption of the total capital gains income has been increased from 1 lakh to 1.25 lakh rupees as well. Navneet, hold that thought. We do have Mr. Bhajanka also with us on the show. Hi, Keshav. Mr. Sharma from Capri Global was just talking about how there has been a big push on the housing sector, whether it's the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojna for urban or rural. Both have seen a big impetus. Do you see that having a big impact on your company, corporate India, as well as the demand for housing?
Good afternoon. Yes, I definitely think that the impetus that will be provided by the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojna scheme is going to be tremendous. I think that going forward, it is a holistic budget. It is focused on both infrastructure development, which is going to lead to long-term gains, as well as a focus on employment, which is likely to help substantially in the short and the medium term. So I think for the housing sector overall, it is a good budget, and I think somewhat in line with what we wanted.
Time do you think, we were talking about it 2 days back when we were discussing expectations that if indeed, housing gets a boost, how much time will it take with the lag effect to start showing in companies such as yours catering to home improvement? Because now at the bottom end of the even affordable housing is witnessing a surge in home improvement required, items.
No, definitely. I think with a lag of a year, we'll see most of the benefit accruing. Having said that, this is additional benefit. So all the actions that have been taken in the past are already showing, signs of boosting the sector. But going forward, I think we can expect better days, even better days.
I wanted to highlight one more point since we're talking about real estate. Now, the long-term capital gain tax on real estate also comes down from 20% to 12.5%, but the benefits of indexation goes away. So that too is something which is going to impact the secondary sales per se as far as the overall real estate market is concerned. So just wanted to put that on board with respect to the personal taxation changes that we have seen. But Navneet, just coming back to our conversation, I would like you to don the hat of your, erstwhile CIO roles as well. Do you think this budget would call for a rethink in terms of the portfolio and the churn? Because there wasn't any special mention for the likes of defense, railways. There's no major capital expenditure happening here. Clearly, the focus has shifted to job security, employment creation, as well as increasing the discretionary and disposable income. Does that warrant a switch from PSUs to FMCG and discretionary stocks now?
No, I don't think the focus has got shifted. The focus on infrastructure spending continues. I think over the last 5 years, we have seen tripling of, central government allocation on infrastructure from 3.35 lakh crores to over 11 lakh crores now. It has got extended. Instead of using the word shift, I would say it has got extended with a greater focus on rural economy, with a greater focus on employment creation, with a greater focus on next-gen reforms, which is overall good for everything. And we continue to remain a bottom-up investor. We look at individual companies, individual businesses, and of course, valuations are critical. In some of these macro themes, I think valuations have got overextended. Valuations are maybe in some of the cases, maybe running ahead of the fundamentals. We need to take a longer term call there.
Talk about one section of the speech which was categorically emphasized upon. And since you work with a lot of MSME guys and also, of course, in affordable housing to a certain extent, these land reforms which have been triggered, things will be mapped up, and also the efficiency improvement in the MSMEs. What kind of impact will it have and how much time will it take? Rajesh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think any efficiency which is wrong, if you seen the budget, even this budget was also focused how the digital assessment of the lending should also be happen. So if you see whether the efficiency bringing in the SME sector or housing sector, it is going for the growth and it is going to also to see the benefit percolate to the ultimate consumer. So in that sense, I see that it is going to make a change, but it might take some time when the policy guidelines come and everything, the trickle-down effect happens on the ground.
Okay, point taken. Just wanted to quickly mark what's happening in the markets right now. 24,300 on the Nifty. So during the budget, when that capital gain taxation change happened, we saw a sharp dip. From there has been a bit of recovery, but we're still down 260 points as far as the Nifty is concerned. Just quickly taking stock of some of the individual buzzers as well. Borosil Renewable is up 9 to 10%. That entire solar push is something which is working out well. You have CE Info Systems doing quite well. That geo mapping that the government has talked about with respect to the land records is something which is having a bit of a push there. NCC is in focus, a 6 to 7% gain there. That big push in infrastructure, especially in the regions of Andhra Pradesh, augurs well for a company which has been calling Telangana, Andhra Pradesh region as one of their strongholds. So NCC is in focus. Angel One is up. Titan is reacting to that gold custom duty changes. ITC is quite excited that there is no major change as far as the tobacco is concerned and the taxation is concerned. So watching out for some of those names on the upside. On the downside, railway stocks are seeing massive profit booking. Ircon is down 10%. Railtel Corp is coming under pressure. Your likes of HUDCO, IRFC are also down 6 to 10% in the trading session. RCF, NBCC, RVNL, FACT, Mazgaon Dock. These are the places where people are clearly booking profits right now.
You were asking why exactly is Angel broking up by almost 10% from lows. Angel actually in its call already mentioned that if there is a minor hike, they have the capability to pass it on A, and B, they are starting new ventures like wealth management where the yields are much higher. So whatever hit they will actually take in loss of volumes over a period of time, over 3-4 quarters, can be made up for because of new revenue streams.
It was already announced, right, in the con call. What's new today? And the STT, as it is, they had to pass on. There's no way of not passing the taxation.
I think peak of pessimism was actually formed in the first half hour of this announcement. And from now on, look at that, 2022 or thereabout. From there's a sharp recovery.